Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stock movers today. I'm Alex Steele alongside Paul Sweeney, and we're joined now by Bloomberg's Isabel Lee. Isabel, what are you looking at?
We're looking at Palantir. Shares are edging lower by 14%. That's the most since at least May 2024. So Palantir dropped after earnings, as always, failed to live up to investors' loftiest expectations. The as always part isn't Palantir, but the fact that investors just keep on wanting more and more. And Palantir really was the one that powered the S&P through much of its gains this year. So the company described rising demand for AI software as, quote, ravenous whirlwind. And it bumped its 2025 revenue forecast, representing 36% growth. So the company's growth was strong in the US, but enthusiasm was tepid in the rest of the world, which actually constitutes just 1/3 of its business. So this concerned analysts, and this was really striking to me because it's just less than 1/3. We have Bloomberg Intelligence saying, even with all the good news, it just wasn't enough to sustain the valuation going forward. Vital Knowledge said that the report shows strong upside, although expectations were quite frosty. So Palantir, as we know, was co-founded by Peter Thiel. It's best known for its military work and intelligence agency. So that was surprising, yeah.
Stock's up 40% year to date.
That's
and up
true.
320% over the trailing 12 months. So a little bit of a give back was not surprising, I guess. What else we have?
Ford. So this is also, it has mixed messaging. So Ford is edging higher by 2%. The company reported first quarter profit that beat expectations, but it also suspended its full year guidance, just like a long list of companies, of course, because of Trump's tariffs. And Ford joins its rivals, really, that's going to be stung by global trade policies. And Ford said that it expects the levies to reduce 2025 adjusted earnings before interest and taxes. And it gave a number. It expects that to reduce its impact to $2.5 billion. So this is why I think it's not as down, because we have Jeffrey saying that we felt management handled the public call better than previous events. We have Barclays saying that, okay, while guidance is pulled, there's favorable cost commentary, and they expect that they will have more clarity in the years to come, in the months to come. And Ford did say that they plan to provide an updated outlook when it reports its next earnings.
I mean, there's always the trade too, like, is it just already baked in, right? Is the bad news baked in, or it's not as bad as potentially expected? All right, last up, what are you looking at? Constellation, right?
Constellation Energy, definitely. It's edging higher by almost 8%. So we have the stock reporting adjusted profit and Ebitda that fell short of expectations, but the company maintained its full year profit guidance. So I think that's really what's boosting investors. And the midpoint of the outlook is missing the average estimates, but still we have Bloomberg Intelligence saying that the group's performance will likely hinge on outlook for data centers. And in April, BI wrote that Constellation controls more than 20% of U.S. nuclear capacity, and they're going to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of the Inflation Reduction Act.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.